My name is Autumn. I'm a designer and stylist from Toronto, and this is my renter-friendly patio makeover. We've been living in this apartment for 3 years now, and it's just been so incredible having an additional living space. The patio was always on my mind, but Canadian summers are so quick, and every year it kind of came and went, and this year I decided this is the year that it's going to happen. But there's always a lot of challenges when it comes to decorating a rental. From a landlord's perspective, their concern is maintenance, and they want to have an easily maintainable property, and if you're doing a bunch of changes and if you're doing them yourself, they might not trust that you know what you're doing. I kind of created the entire design plan before approaching my landlord so that I knew what I wanted, I knew what I was asking for, and I had a really good idea of how I wanted everything to turn out. Everything was very dark and dated, and I just wanted it to feel light and bright and airy and kind of like California cool. I was very inspired by a hotel called the Calile Hotel in Brisbane. They have just like a really beautiful pool area with loungers, and they have umbrellas with green and white stripes, and that's kind of one of the jumping off points for the color palette. I do a lot of peaches and neutrals, and the green was kind of me branching off into another color, and I think it just really embodies that whole summery vibe. The first thing that we did to brighten up the space was we actually painted the wall that faces our patio, and we just gave it a fresh white, and then we also painted the door. That already brightened up the entire patio, and then I wanted to take it a step further and we painted the deck, just a really nice tan color, and then I wanted to create a really distinct dining area, so I actually painted a pattern on the deck to look like tile. There is a blogger named Mallory from Reserve Home, and she actually outfitted her entire kitchen in these tiles. So I recreated that look on my deck, and I just hand painted it on. My mom visited for a weekend and we tackled it together. And then when it came to the fence was very weathered. It would have been a lot to maintain if they had to repaint it every year. So our solution, which is a renter-friendly solution if anyone's looking for an idea, was to outfit the entire deck in white lattice. It's a plastic lattice, and we just nailed it up. It makes the whole space look amazing. It's so much brighter in here, and it's something that we can take with us, and if we want to do another project with it, that's something that we can totally do. After all the, the kind of hard finishes were taken care of, it felt a lot brighter, and I was ready to kind of start decorating and furnishing, and I really wanted to have a couple of distinct zones. We have a spot where we can dine, we have a spot where we can sunbathe and lounge, and then we also have a conversation area for hanging out on the sofa. For the dining area, I mentioned that I'm really inspired by... Hi, this is my dog. What's up, buddy? I have a friend now. So in the dining area, I really wanted to bring in those greens, and so I found these chairs. I love them. They're indoor, outdoor chairs, and they just stand up to everything, being inspired by the Calile Hotel. I also really wanted to have an umbrella. It's actually a beach umbrella, and it was definitely one of the splurges in this makeover. But I really loved the fringe, and this is something that I have already brought with me to the beach multiple times this summer. So it lives on the patio during the week, and then on the weekends when I go to the beach, I bring it with me. In the conversation area, I have some metal chairs. You don't have to worry about them standing up to the weather. They can stay outside all the time. The whole space is grounded by a jute rug, and then instead of going with a coffee table, I just went with a poof. I thought that was just like a really cozy way to have something that acts as a coffee table, but just like a little bit softer. It was really affordable. Woohoo! And then I went with another outdoor sofa as well. This looks like rattan, but it's actually resin. So it's also very waterproof. Everything is safe to be outside. It's great, right? Yeah. The lounger is vintage. I found it online. And then the side table, it had dark wood legs, and I just painted them white to better fit my aesthetic. And then I added this lovely tree. I love a peach planter. I love the shape, and I think the style is just really nice. This is actually a Ficus Audrey. It's one of my favorite kinds of trees. It's gonna live on the patio for the summer, and then we'll be bringing it in for the winter. We spend a lot of time in the dining zone. We actually have a barbecue. We just got a barbecue this summer, so we've been doing so much barbecuing and just enjoying wine and food at the table. This patio makeover is kind of the start of an entire backyard makeover. We do have a second section in the backyard. We're so lucky living in Toronto to have that, so that's something that I will be tackling. And if you want to follow along, you can find me on YouTube as well, youtube.com/Autumn Hachey.